everybody, welcome to a new day. Not much going on. Everybody is waiting for President Trump and First Lady Melania to arrive at Windsor Castle today. And by the time this video is up, they would likely have arrived already. But let's go right ahead and have a bit of a chat in the meantime, because I think I'll wait until after the state dinner to give my commentary. Okay, firstly, Robert Redford died yesterday, aged 89. A good old age. I've seen a few films with him in it, just off the cuff. I remember him in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid and The Candidate. I'm sure there were others. I can sort of remember him in some romantic film, but can't even begin to think of the title. I honestly don't know much about Robert Redford. Why? I don't know. He just wasn't on my radar much. But it is sad that all these well-known characters are now off to heaven or wherever they're going. Maybe it's just me, but the younger set does not have the same presence as these guys did in their younger years. There's a bit of a difference between handsome and cute. Handsome, you want to see without a shirt mowing the lawn. Cute, you want to take home and feed. The one is sexy, the other, not so much. Let's just leave it there before we get into trouble, okay? Rest in peace, Mr. Redford. Thank you for entertaining us. Okay, now let's talk about the Duchess of Kent's funeral. Lady Helen Taylor was obviously very sad. From what everyone said, she was very close to her mother. The two sons were also there. The Duke of Kent really did not look good either. I listened to a few commentators and I can only shake my head. Yeah, so where shall I start? Big hoo-ha oompa-loompa about Andrew attending. Oh, let it rest. I'm going to give you my straightforward, no-nonsense opinion. I've been waiting for a long time to do it, and it will likely lose me another few subscribers. So here goes. The absolute truth is that Virginia Giuffre was a hooker and drug user since the age of 13. She lived with another man who was a pimp and who was actually sentenced for human trafficking because he took hookers over state lines. Her brother rescued her and placed her in a rehab. When she came out, her father got her a job at Mar-a-Lago. That's where Ghislaine found her, and the rest is history. Although she was of legal age, I think if Andrew knew her real age, he would likely not have touched her. That is, if he did. The other girl we see leaving Epstein's apartment with Andrew peeking around the door was 28 years old in 2010. She was reported to be Catherine Keating, the daughter of Paul Keating, Prime Minister of Australia between 1991 and 1996. Then, I've listened to women crying about how Epstein manipulated them, etc., etc. But, for instance, the one woman the media interviewed, a dark-haired woman, I can't remember her name, was from South Africa. And she, although studying in South Africa, wanted to become a model. It was offered to her, and she packed her bags and willingly went with Epstein and his crowd. She was 19, almost 20 at the time. It is said that people saw girls of 12 to 14 there on the island. Well, my question is, where are they now? Surely they must be adults by now. Why don't they step forward and tell the world what happened to them? Where are the girls who were smuggled from France and all kinds of other places? Where are they? Anyway, I digress. Andrew is a close family member of the Duke and Duchess of Kent. The Duke and Duchess's children are more or less Andrew's age. Their eldest son, George Windsor, Earl of St Andrews, is only a year younger than Andrew at 63. Lady Helen Taylor is 61, and their youngest son, Lord Nicholas Windsor, is 55. If Andrew was kept from going to a family member's funeral because of his friendship with Jeffrey Epstein, then Charles should not be allowed to go either, as a result of his friendship with Savile and Ball. Anyway, I believe the entire royal family behaved appallingly. While the priests were blessing the Duchess's departure, the royal family were chatting and laughing away, with the best behaved being Sir Timothy, William and Catherine. The rest were having the jollies with everyone around them. Not just Andrew and Sarah, Charles even more so than some of the others. Now, talking about Charles, where was Camilla? Recovering from sinusitis, my ass. You take a sinus pill and you are fine for 4 to 8 hours. And if you have a sinus infection, then an antibiotic nasal spray or tablets and you are right as rain in 2 to 3 days. I'm so sick of the bullshit, the lying, the spinning. I mean, just say nothing. It is really nobody's business why Camilla did not attend. It was a family affair. But now that they made excuses, now we are thinking and wondering. And I think I can tell you why Camilla did not wear black after the Duchess of Kent's death and did not attend the funeral. I think she hated her guts. The Duchess remained friends with Diana after the divorce. So I think Camilla had always felt that the Duchess had something against her. And maybe she did. Then there was a big sing-song in the media about Catherine kissing the king's cheek. Protocol, blah, 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 blah. Oh, the ignorance of some royal reporters and so-called experts. The family often greet each other this way. Beatrice, Zara, and others have greeted the king with a kiss on the cheek, and so has Catherine on numerous occasions before. William had also greeted female family like this, including Camilla. Of course, people are saying, see, there's no rift between the Waleses and the king. Well, my dears, go look again. Number one, William was standing right there, and he ignored or tried to ignore Catherine's greeting of his father. And I think there was a slight tightening of his jaw, and he did not turn back when his father left, and he did not greet him either. He just ignored Charles's departure. And have a look at Catherine's face as she steps back towards her husband. I'm telling you, she did what she had to do, not what she wanted to do. I think she felt sorry for Charles because he cut a rather lonely figure there. And secondly, I think it was PR to dispel the rumours of a rift. In my opinion, it did not 100% work. Okay, guys, I'm going to let this load while I watch the Donald's arrival. Okay, see you later. Bye.